the thing I struggle when I'm debating with Brexiteers is their charge that somehow you are not a patriot, you're a traitor. You're talking down the UK if you're saying we need to embrace these transnational organisations like the EU. As someone who's been in the room, rolled out their sleeves, fought Britain's corner, does Britain matter? I mean, how do you square this idea that Britain is both an important and wonderful place, but that it also needs to fight? It needs to gather together to subsume a little bit of sovereignty with like-minded nations in order to achieve global outcomes.
Sometimes I find this a difficult argument to make, just because I think it's so obvious. I can't see why people can't see it, which is a bad thing to. You shouldn't think like that in politics. But the plain fact of the matter is, for a country like Britain today, you need strong alliances to keep your influence strong and your interests protected. Because, I always say to people, you've got to look at the way the world is changing. Go to the middle of this century, which is only, 3 decades away. So by the time my grandchildren are the age of my kids are now, that world in the middle of this century is going to have 3 giants. It's going to have America, China, probably India. Because these are large population countries. In the case of America, huge economy, huge amount of military power. These 3 giants are going to be much bigger and more powerful than country number 4, which could be any one of the tall countries, large population countries, but not nearly as large as China or India, Indonesia, Brazil, Japan, Mexico. And then you're going to have the medium-sized countries. So a country like Indonesia is a population 3 times the size of Germany's. You can have the medium-sized. We're going to be Germany, Italy, France, Britain. Right, okay. In this world, if the medium-sized aren't banding together, the giants are going to sit in us. I mean, that's just the reality. And anyone who's ever dealt with power and sat in a room where there's power understands that when you're with a group of others and you're operating as one, as a strong collective, then your medium-sized countries banding together in that European Union are going to sit at that table with the 3 giants on equal terms. They're sitting as individuals, they're not sitting at that table. They're sitting on a small table. So it's literally as obvious as that. And Britain has 2 strong alliances. It's got a great alliance with America, and it's part of the European Union, which is the biggest political union in the world, largest commercial market in the world. What on earth would induce you to think that you're going to gain by giving up that relationship? I mean, it's an unbelievable act of self-denial. So it's, for me, it's just a very simple thing. Power is power.